November 6, 2023, 5:51 p.m. And I sleep under this cave because it gets much more intense when you're laying still. The Shiva Space Force Space Artificial Intelligence attacks you much stronger when you're in bed. All their CIA psychops crap. People do not realize that thousands of people have gone to the police and complained about this. CIA agents have complained about it. They were diagnosed with the directed energy weapon attack with Havana syndrome. Our government is gaslighting it. I went to the police and they told me, what can our small, like our little police department do? It's out of our scope. My doctor told me it was out of his scope. They believe me. They know something weird's going on, but they don't know what to do about it. You have to understand, all the people out there that aren't being attacked, all the normies, this is coming for everyone. Your children, your grandchildren are going to be attacked someday. This is a fascist military-industrial complex power grab, a one world order that, thanks to George Bush Sr., he was one of the culprits of the Magic Committee, and Dick Cheney, that's what they want, a one world order. So they don't care. They don't follow the rule of law. It's their law. So they're torturing people. Now, I'm telling you, this is torture. Have you ever had to sit by a radio turned on static, loud, but sometimes it's lower, sometimes the knob's turned higher, the volume, static, between radio stations? Some people are getting voice to skull, but imagine just the noise, the static, the untethered electricity, and they crank it up and they crank it down. I also feel vibrations on my body. This is torture. This is a crime against humanity. But the doctors can't help you because they don't understand it. They're not being trained for this. What people don't understand, you can't run to the police and complain and think they're going to do anything about it, because they won't. And if you're not careful and you get hysterical, you're going to be thrown in a psych ward. I'm too smart for that. As I know I'm being murdered slowly, but I'm not going to get all hysterical and, oh my God, help me, because that's what they want. The criminals want to drive people crazy. They want to create Manchurian candidates to attack other people. So what they do is, when you do something they like, when I was on Twitter and I'd get hit really hard and I'd turn Twitter off, it would get very quiet. Then I'd go back on to try to get onto Twitter again because I was addicted to it. I'd get so many likes, like 1,000, 2,000. I loved it. Okay, but it was probably all by the corrupt NSA or FBI. They probably weren't real. It was probably all of them liking my stuff so they can get me on a terrorist watch list. And here I am. I work with the veterans, and my mom and dad were in World War II, and here I am being attacked. I lived here my whole life. They're attacking innocent people because they can and they want to experiment with directed energy weapons. They're creating, with fiber optics and nanobots, they're creating entities. They're taking all those, when you hear about all those UFO abductions, they're not UFO abductions. There's no reason for the extraterrestrials that have been coming here probably for millions of years. They don't need to take our DNA for anything. Give me a break. If they wanted to take over this planet, they could do it in a heartbeat. This is our own military, a corrupt military, not the legal force. There's corrupt officials like that Stubblebine piece of crap that I showed you, trying to offer $2 billion to Dr. Greer. People like that are working outside of and above the law. And if the masses don't wake up and say, these are crimes against humanity. We don't want directed energy weapons on targeting individuals. That is against human rights. We want to ban neural weapons. The only time anything like that should ever be used is when you're in a war and someone's coming at you with a knife and you want to stop them. Okay? But otherwise, to sit there day in and day out and torture innocent people to experiment on them is not okay. We become the largest cartel in the world. Our deep state is the largest cartel in the world. Nothing compares to it. Not the Taliban, not the Mexican cartels, not Iran. The biggest cartel on this planet is all these weapons manufacturers, the military-industrial complex that have not written us, Congress, or the president to all that they're doing. And so they don't care about following the rule of law. They have fleets up there Whistleblowers are saying that there's fleets. I've talked to veterans that say that Shrivas has fleets up there. They've seen intelligence. Okay, just a little bit, but just enough to know that they don't have a need to know about it, but they know it's there. Do you get my drift? They're not safe. They're not protecting our planet. They're attacking us. We believe 9/11 was caused by Shrivas Space Force Base and directed energy weapons from their satellites. They have patents. We found the patents on their targeting and their voice to skull and their weaponization of their satellites up there. And they use them to attack extraterrestrial craft when they, quantum entanglement, when they come in from another galaxy, just like a flash. When they fold space and time, they create neutrino detectors is what we have. Of course, I'm not a scientist, but I get that. They flash in, they know they're coming in, and they try to bring them down because they want their spacecraft. Instead of being friends with them, they would rather be warmongering bastards that kill everything on this planet and all the extraterrestrials out there. They have no clue about humanity, really about empathy, about living in harmony with everything. It's so disgusting that we as a planet have decided to give them so much power. And we're giving them all this power because we made it so important that people can make as much money as they want and influence politics with their money. That should not exist. All the money we give to our government, we should know where it's going to. There should no be hidden agendas and all this other crap going on. God, I wish I could put an end to their treasonous acts. I wish I had the power, the words, something to wake people up about this.